What is going on, guys? Juggz here. Gonna be doing, as you can see, some special ops, or spec ops, or whatever you want to call it. Survival. Oh, yes, I thought we can do survival, but whatever. Special ops, survival. Yeah, just because survival is underrated, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's really underrated by a lot of people. Personally, I think that. Well, it's not really underrated, it's just not rated, if you know what I mean.
Enemy forces are advancing to your position. Do whatever you can to survive.
Yeah. That's all there is to it. Like, not very many people think that sorry, it's just been a while since I've played MW3, let alone like survival or anything like that. As I'm not sure if you caught in the beginning or if, yeah, I'm not sure if you caught in the beginning, but I am level 50 on this account for the Xbox. So yeah, I've got access to everything. I'm hopefully, now I'm not sure what rate these are going to come out, or if they're just going to be stopped without telling you guys, but I'm probably going to do a series where I just go through all the maps for survival.
Hostiles inbound.
All the multiplayer maps in survival. Yeah, all the multiplayer maps more for free and play them all. Actually, that's all there is to it. And then, provided by the time I finish uploading all of them, automatically all the DLC maps, because I did own Call of Duty Elite Premium Small for free. I got access to all the DLC early and things. But back then I didn't have money. Dinger didn't have this YouTube channel, and we didn't know each other. We actually knew. For those who don't know, not that it should really be a secret, but we found each other just via the matchmaking of Call of Duty Black Ops called The Dead Zombies. That's how we found each other, that's how we met, and that's how we
enemy attack dogs are approaching your location.
Became friends, basically. After we'd finished playing the game, he invited me to an Xbox Live party for a good talk, because I'm pretty, can't remember, did he have a mic? I can't remember. But yeah, and then I added him to my friends list, and we ended up talking a lot. That's all there is to it. Now, I may even do multiple attempts for each map, I don't know. And I may do some chaos mode stuff, I don't know. It depends on like how well, it doesn't really depend on how well these go, but it depends on like how long they go for, if you get what I mean, like how long each attempt lasts. If it can be bothered to do it over and over again. Not only that, but it depends on if I actually survive, because if I don't survive, it's gonna be pretty bad. So
air support armory now online. Closed air support is available for tasking.
OMG, they're all 7,000. One more wave and then I'll buy myself an LMG and get a red dot sign for it, so that I can take on the pesky helicopters. Now, my previous gamer tag, Juggernauts End, was actually based off of the Juggernauts in survival mode. Cool, huh? But yeah, I want to briefly, well not briefly, but I want to talk about like, oh my god. I want to talk about gonna get to a stage where I can gather my thoughts. I wanna talk about, like, survival mode and why I think it was underrated. Like, I think that the reason why wait. Oh, it's because I've been playing Borderlands, that's why. Yeah, Dragon Knight, because I don't think in Borderlands 2 from our playthrough that there is like a way to what? To sense it's like tactical, if you get what I mean. So anyway, back to survival. I think it's underrated just purely because now I wasn't gonna mention his well, not really mention his name. I'll come to it later. But the main reason I suppose of why it's underrated is because, you know, people just assumed it was a well, not assumed, but like took it as a competitor to zombies. Now I'm not going to deny that it's not as good as zombies, because it certainly is. But I think that part of the reason why it didn't really go very well was because people just took it as a zombies. You know, it was like a competitor for zombies. When it wasn't meant to. It was their version, it was Infinity Ward, or remains of Infinity Ward's version of zombies, but it wasn't their zombies, if you get what I mean. Like, it was their version of zombies, but it wasn't. I don't really think, despite all the marketing garbage that they gave us, I don't really think it was meant to, like, compete with zombies. I think it was meant to be alongside, if you get what I mean, so players can have a choice. Like, sure, they wanted to capture some of the market of zombies, but, you know, people like Relaxing End, for example. Now, if I remember, and if this is in part 1 or part 2, I'll link you to a video that he put out. It was a commentary on Overwatch. Now, Relaxing End, he doesn't do commentaries very often, but he basically talked about how the leaderboards are absolute garbage, basically, for survival, and how, well, Infinity Ward, or as I like to call it, what's left of Infinity Ward, you know, didn't fix them, just purely because they didn't care so much about survival after it was released. And he talks about how, you know, it was like marketed beforehand, like there were trailers and stuff, and a lot of talk and hype about it. He didn't go into as much detail about the hype, but yeah, if I can find it, I'll link to it, and that's just it's been ages since I've watched it, but they didn't care, like, whether or not the survival leaderboards and etc. were garbage, basically, just because they're full of hackers. They literally are, unfortunately, completely filled with hackers and things, and I think that really does suck. I'm not gonna lie, I think that does absolutely suck how, you know, like Infinity Ward didn't try and fix that. But yeah, but it doesn't have to break it, that's my point. Like, I wanna, like, I also think, and I'm sorry for calling you out if you don't agree with this, but I think part of the reason why Survive, yeah, a lot of places is because of Syndicate. And Syndicate said before, because he got the game early, and he took down this video a few days afterwards, presumably because he wasn't allowed to upload the menu of Survive, of normal Survival. But all it was him. I think it was uploaded like the night before the release, or a couple of nights before the release of Modern Warfare 3. But basically, he talked about how survival was on par with zombies, and how, and then when he's first ever like resistance to you, about,
good job.
Survival, how he was going to, be the guy for survival and that, and he got up to interchange, and then he just stopped, and he tried his best, sort of, to explain it, come when, I can't remember its name now, what was it?